This is Dan of Vagabond Buddha. The picture you're looking at is me in India. I left the United States in 2007. I've traveled to about 64 countries at this time. I first kept track of my travels in a private travel blog, which I'll share with you if you like. But then I started Vagabond Buddha, which gives more information about each place, cost of living, things to do, best places to stay, best restaurants, best way to get there, video walking tour, and the best travel or retire cheap to paradise locations in the world. Just click the link below this video if you'd like more information about this place. Now here's our video. Puno, Peru, cost of living. This is Dan from Vagabond Buddha. I've been traveling the world for about 11 years now. I'm looking for where I would like to retire early. I don't really believe in retirement, so I suppose I'm looking for a place to call home for one half the year, and the other half the year I'll travel around the world. I've been to 64 countries so far. Cost of living is just part of the story. I also want to love the area. Don't take notes as you listen. Every word I say is in writing with Google Map links. Just click the link in the notes below this video. Livability factors. I have requirements that a place must have before I would consider living there. I will call these my livability factors. My livability factors include walkability, internet reliability, quality food choices, weather, social factors, worldly people to hang out with, and political consideration, corruption, respect for fellow citizens, general feeling of community, open minds to foreigners like me. The last two are more of a feeling than anything you can measure. I add all that up and it leads to a desirability to live somewhere or not. Walkability. Puno is walkable in the areas that matter around Plaza de Armas. It is also fairly interesting culturally for a smaller town. But because of its elevation, 3,850 meters, 12,600 feet, it is too cool for most of the day for my taste. Internet. The internet is moderate in Puno. It all has to do with whether you are close to the Wi-Fi router and how many people you are sharing it with. It's fine for email and other common functions, but if you plan on running a bandwidth-intense business, you may have trouble if you are sharing a router with more than a few other people. Food. The international food choices in Puno were not well represented. We found a decent pizza, a few decent vegan lunch places, a few decent Chinese places they call chifa in Peru, and a few overpriced international cuisine restaurants, but not enough diversity in my mind. Weather. Puno is situated, as I said, at 3,850 meters above sea level, so it's never hot. Do you know how high that is? When I was a boy, I used to ski at 10,000 feet at Heavenly Valley in Lake Tahoe, California. I was winded when I skied down from the top. Puno City is 2,800 feet higher at its base than the top of Heavenly Ski Resort. It's hard to breathe when you just walk up a flight of stairs. The average daily high temperature year-round is about 60 degrees Fahrenheit or 15 Celsius. The average daily low is 40 degrees Fahrenheit or 4 degrees Celsius low, except in June and July when the low gets down to -4 Celsius. Luckily, the cold months of June and July are not when precipitation is common. It averages 0.4 inches of rain in December through February. Things to do. There's not much to do in Puno. More than a month or two here, you'll be on the first bus to Cusco, Barranco, Cajamarca, or Arequipa, Peru. I like those places better. Social considerations. I didn't really investigate the social opportunities here in Peru. It was just too cold in June when we were there to get out and check it out. Desire to move here? Low. I would only move here for business reasons. it is attractive as a place to visit for a week or two maximum. Here are my estimated costs of living 1 month in Puno, Peru, as a temporary visitor. Some of the estimates could be reduced. For example, if you rented a furnished apartment by the month, it could be cheaper, or you could get a nicer place for the same amount of money. These expenses are based upon the Old Town area of Puno. You can rent a furnished 1-bedroom apartment in Old Town Puno for about 800 to 1600 sol per month. That's about 250 to 550 US dollars, depending on how nice and how close in you want to be to the Plaza de Armas. Monthly costs of living in Peru, Ecuador. This includes accommodations, eating at high-end restaurants, part of the time neighborhood restaurants, food carts, and transportation. It would range as in low for about $500 for a backpacker type lifestyle, all the way up to about $1,000 for a more typical lifestyle 1-bedroom furnished apartment. Just click the link below this video to see how the numbers break down. For more information about cost of living monthly multiplier, visit Vagabond Buddha at the link provided. The above table does not include alcohol, excursions, or extras, and it's for one person. These costs are based upon eating outside your accommodations twice a day. If you stay in the Airbnb apartment, you might be able to save money cooking, but that depends on what you cook and whether you would otherwise eat in food carts, neighborhood restaurants, or high-end restaurants. Some of the expenses remain unchanged when you add another person. I'm not guaranteeing anything. These are just my notes from my personal travel. If you want to learn how to live and work internationally without having a conventional job, please subscribe to Vagabond Buddha and or grab a free copy of my ebook at the webpage. Thanks for listening to our video. If you enjoyed the video, please click like, leave a comment below, subscribe to Vagabond Buddha, or click the link below in the notes below this YouTube video to find out more about this location or all of the Travel Cheap to Paradise locations on Vagabond Buddha. Thank you.